Okay, watch out. Save your work. And watch out. Again, before you get too deep into this thing, let's go back to level 1 working. So what's going to happen here is this thing's going to be a messy, messy thing here with all these elevation markers in here. What we do is we want to get rid of those, but we also want to know about them. All right. So we know this is on page 701. I need to know which one this is. Now, which way am I looking? Which way am I looking? I am looking toward, the left. I'm looking at the wall of the kitchen that's on the west side, right? Because west would be left. Does that make sense? What I don't want you to do, which seems kind of weird, is I don't want you to rename that elevation 1A in the browser. They want this to be the way it is, which seems weird, but just kind of follow me. All right. I'm going to go to this view, and that is the west kitchen, right? What they want you to do, and I'll give you a reason why later, but we want in this view, just don't pick anything in the actual view. We want to tell it what it is, but we're not going to do it here. That's the name that you see. We want to do it right here where it says title on sheet. So what is this? This is the west. Oops, I didn't do that very well. The west kitchen elevation. You'll notice that this did not change. Let's go to the next one here. So let's go back to level 1 working. I want you to do this early because it gets kind of out of control if you don't. So which wall would this be up here? That's the north, right? So that view, if I go to that view, right click, go to that view, that's the north kitchen wall. So once again, where it says elevation 1B, you're not going to change that. You're going to say north kitchen elevation. And you go, why are you doing that, Mr. Brown? Well, because they don't want these big old long crazy names in the browser. And when you see these things, when we start organizing them, they're going to get a little wonky later on. And we want to keep those names the same so we know where they came from. So we know that this one is the same one as this one is the same one as this one. Does that make sense? Because they're off of number 1, where this is a different place because it's number 2. Okay. Now, when we go to the sheet, watch this. When I go to the sheet, you'll notice that the names are getting picked up on the title bar. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the browser the way it is. And we want to see the name of the view on the title bar. Now, if you know where you are, in theory, you could do this. Do you know where you are here? I don't know. If you know where you are, let's just say that's the south wall, and you know it's the south wall because you've been doing this and you know where you are. You could right click and activate the view on the sheet. That would get you in here, and you could say, yes, I know what you are. You're the south kitchen elevation, and then you would get that name. So I want the names of the views described in that title on sheet. Does that make sense? Any questions on that part? Okay, do a few of those, and I'm going to come back and jump back in again. Just do a few. Just make sure you've got it. I think I would do it as I go because if you do like 400 of these things, it's going to be a little harder to go back and see what you have.